Hey fam, welcome back. The second most important step in hauling containers is not only having your TWIC card, but also registering with the UIIA. The main purpose for the UIIA is making sure the motor carrier's insurance satisfies the insurance requirements of its equipment providers. If you want to see the step-by-step process of how to register with the UIIA, this video is for you. Let's go. So UIIA stands for United Intermodal Interchange and Facility Access. So they govern everything to do with the interchange of equipment between a motor carrier and a equipment provider. Equipment providers are any company that provides equipment for intermodal shipments or drayage shipments. So that's going to include your containers, include your chassis, and also the access to the railways. Let's take a look at how to register with the UIIA. I'm going to UIIA.org. Once you reach their website, you want to go to Join UIIA as a motor carrier. This page will give you the basic steps for the registration. Let's start at the top. Registration requirements. Registration requirements give you more insight into what you will need in order to complete the application. Basic company information, your SCAT code, DOT or MC number, your tax ID or EIN, your insurance information, and of course, your annual fee. Once you have this information together, you're ready to start the application. Let's go to step 2. Step 2 is the actual registration, whether online or paper form. You will have the option to click here to apply online. You can also get a paper form from the UIIA if you prefer to do it on paper. Once you start your registration, you will only have 30 days from the day you register online to actually activate your UIIA account. So make sure you have all of your requirements before you start the application. You will see steps 1 through 4 on how to complete your registration. The first step is all around your basic company information. So you'll have your name, your SCAT code, your DOT, your EIN or tax ID number, your company website if you have one, and then also your contact information, including your email and your fax number. Step 2 is all about applying your insurance to your new account. Once you complete step 1, UIIA will send you an email that you will forward to your insurance agent. That will give them instructions on how to apply your insurance information to your new account. The equipment providers list is a list of all of the companies that participate with the UIIA. Let's take a look at the list. This is the equipment provider list that's provided by the UIIA. All of these companies provide equipment for the motor carrier to interchange with when they need the equipment. I recommend going through this list and you want to check off any of these companies that you plan to work with. If you know that you need a chassis pool, then you want to select Consolidated Chassis Management because they govern the chassis pool. If you know that you're going to do railroads, then you want to look for the railway companies like BNSF, Norfolk Southern, CSX, several different railroad companies that are on the list as well. One thing that I want you to know is whichever ones that you select, they're going to compare your insurance to the insurance requirements for that specific equipment provider. If you selected every company on this list, you will have to add these companies to your insurance as an additional insured. So be very selective on which companies you select because they will be added to your insurance. Now, as you go along and you want to add additional equipment providers, you can. So you don't have to select all of these equipment providers to get started. I would mainly select the ones that you know you're going to work with. If you need a pool or chassis from the pool, definitely select the chassis pool management. If you know you're going to work with Norfolk Southern, definitely check off Norfolk Southern. And then you will continue to get the process moving, and you can add additional equipment providers as you go along. If you notice at the bottom of the equipment provider list, it says for the motor carriers that you will need to check off the companies you're going to work with, and then you're going to provide this list to your insurance agent. Your insurance agent is then going to add these companies as additional insured on your insurance policy. The insurance agent will take this information and then electronically send your insurance information to the UIIA before they can actually activate your account. Completed steps 1 through 3, you're down to the final step, step 4, which is the annual fee for being a member of the UIIA. Let's take a look at the fee at the time of this video. This is the annual fee schedule at the time of this video for the UIIA. It shows that the annual fee is $399, which may seem like a lot, but for the entire year, as long as you're doing drayage, it's definitely worth it. Remember, this is the process for the online application. You can also get a paper form from the UIIA. But if you do it online, you'll be given these 4 steps. Again, the step 1 is just giving your basic company information, name, SCAT code, DOT, EIN. Step 2 is the insurance agent providing the UIIA with your insurance information. They will electronically send it directly to the UIIA. Step 3 is where you will select your equipment providers that you would like to work with. Your insurance agent will add them as an additional insured and provide that information to the UIIA. And then finally, in step 4 is where you pay your annual dues for being a member of the UIIA. So to begin this online application itself, you will just click here where it says, "Let's get started." Okay, so now we've submitted our online application, which means we've selected our equipment providers, we've provided that to our insurance agent, and the insurance agent has submitted that to the UIIA. During this time, our account will be in pending status until all of that information has been verified. But in step 3, we can see exactly why our account is in pending status. Let's check out step 3. During the application process, you were able to set up a username and password. So now you can log into your UIIA account either with your SCAT code and password or with your account number and password. But once you log in, you'll be able to see the reason for the pending application status. For example, for this account, the payment hasn't been received, insurance not received. So during your process, while you're in the pending status, you're able to log into your account and see exactly why your account is still sitting in the pending status. So you want to check every day to make sure that this process is moving along so that it doesn't take longer than it needs to. Also on this page, you'll see equipment providers. So during your application process, you selected the equipment providers that you like to work with. This will also see which equipment providers have been approved and which ones have not been approved. Okay, so now you've seen the full process of how to register with the UIIA. I definitely recommend gathering your information ahead of time, like your EIN and your SCAT code, and have your insurance agent on speed dial. That because they will have to electronically send your information about your insurance to the UIIA before your account will be active. So do a little pre-work first and it'll go a lot more smoother. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.